clear up your all webs inside. And if that is the time, you cannot select for your own benefit. Because, no, that time I am doing Shirshasana. Shirshasana you can do whole life. See? This is how the pramad doesn't allow us to think properly. So, alasya, nidra, pramad. And these are at the level of our physical body. And if the physical body is fit, now what is the fit physical body? Is not that body which has got huge muscles and like that. Okay? You must have seen, those people who are weightlifters. Who is a weightlifter? His thigh muscles are replacing the biceps. He is a weightlifter. How long will you keep on lifting the weight? Maximum age of 25, 26, 27. After that, you start slowly losing interest and all that. Then you have to look at so many things in life. Then, when you reduce lifting the weight, all the thigh muscles which have come over here up, they start migrating. And then Madhya Pradesh comes out. So earlier, the chest was 90 and the stomach was 20. Now it is the other way. Stomach is 90 and the chest is 20. क्या हो गया? Sumo. See, that is not a healthy body. Healthy body is that body which is available to us whenever required, for whatever length of time required. That is healthy body. I'll give example. I'll glorify myself in this example. See, about 3-4 years before, I went to Kailash Manas. And like continuously running from here to there, it was going on. So one of my good friend, young couple, they were maybe Gujarati couple, must be in their, the boy was about 35, 36 and the girl 32, 33. They had a son, class 8 or 9. So all the time sending emails, Swamiji, please buy new shoes and they must be broken and you have to walk at least 10 kilometers per day. Then you will be accustomed, because there we have to walk a lot. So much of preparation. So I used to say yes. Like you say to me yes, the same way. Parasparam yasayantaha. So we started our journey. We went by these jeeps, from Kathmandu. And when we are going, I'll sit in the jeep, when the jeep starts in the morning at 7 o'clock, till it stops, the next stop. I shall not get down for urination, for anything, no nothing. After we get down, and then do whatever like. And the roads are not very comfortable. Horrible. They are not roads actually, they are tracks. Sometimes it goes through the river, sometimes mountains and all that. Horrible roads. And therefore, constantly, Now these persons, 3 of them in the same car, constantly, shouting at the driver. Finally, the driver came and told me, with you? I said, yes. Tell, throw in the valley. Keep shut. They don't know how to talk, Chinese drivers. Tell, throw valley. Keep shut. So, Swamiji, I don't know what this fellow is telling. He said, you keep your mouth shut or you will be thrown in the valley. Nobody will claim you also. You must be eating his head constantly. Itna aisa kya, waisa kya? No, what can he do? The roads are like that. See? No, it is too much jerking. Naturally, you won't get a comfortable thing when you are going in the mountains and all that. And then when we are taking Pradakshina of the Kailash, it is 55 kilometers. It is extremely difficult, no doubt about it. Hardly there is any oxygen up there. So 20, 20 and then 15 kilometers. Like that 55 kilometers you have to walk. So first when I started, Swamiji, my son will also go with you. I said, let him go, but I am not going to go with him. He has to go with me, okay? Yes. I crossed first 20 kilometers in 7 hours. These people took 14 hours. Naturally, I had more rest. And their visa is time bound, you can't extend one day. Chinese are terrible. So next day our people, they say, now we have to get, and these people lost their control and balance and started talking all unwanted dirty things. Now tell me, they are physically perfect, done a lot of exercise. What is the use? The real physical fitness is our body is available to us whenever it is required. And for that, a regularity in your sleeping habits, eating habits, everything is contributory factor. See friends, there is one book, Robert Fulghum's book. The title of the book is, All That We Need to Know is What We Learnt in Our KG. And when you read the book, you take the book normally like this, and you go on the back side, is it not? So there it is written, start reading the book from the front. Life is very simple, friend. Effectiveness is possible when you are living your life effectively, not carrying the burden of life. See? Therefore, in this manner, when we take care of the first instrument, body. Now, the second problem. Those who are taking care of body, the yogis have this particular phrase, Sharira Madhyam Khalu Dharma Sadhanam. Now the question is, what for the body? Never pray to the Lord for longevity. See? What will you do by living long? Today, the world's problem is this only. You know why there is increase in the population in our country or anywhere in the world? It is not because more children are produced, but because we old are not dying. Result is the same. Whether it is the apple falls on the knife or knife falls on the apple, it is the apple which gets cut, not the knife. The population exploitation is not because new generation is coming in big number, but old generation is refusing to go. Average age has increased 75. See, so simply living healthy, long life, what for? And therefore, it is necessary to bring out the effectiveness in our life. We have to have something to look forward to in life. See? Otherwise, we get up in the morning, oh God, I thought last night I will die again. No. Another 24 hours to live. So there is nothing to do. Bahu, ब्रेकफास्ट के लिए क्या बनाया? मेरा सर खाओ. तुमको तो पता है ना मैं वेजिटेरियन हूँ. Then Bahu's husband says, उसमें घास है पापा. See, whole life goes. ये खाना है, अरे राम राम राम. There is some much more in life, you know. We have to have something to look forward to in life. And that something to look forward to is something called as some hobby in life. Only earning money and looking at the sensex is not all in life. Life has much more to offer. See? Like Purusha Sukta says, Atyatishtat Dashangulam. Life is not only what we see, life is much more beyond this. So we have to explore those possibilities, and those all possibilities are inherent and dormant in every one of us. See, but we are like, the frog in the well. Did I tell you the story? There was a fish from the sea. He went to a well. And when he went in that well, the frog saw a new visitor. So the frog asked, frogs have got hands, very cute hands. Where from you have come? Fish said, from sea. What is this sea? Frog has never seen. So the fish says, it is a collection of waters. How much water? Frog shows his two tiny, fingers. This much? Fish doesn't have head, only tail. So he said, no. Then, this much? No. Two hands. This much? No. Oh God. He got so annoyed and angry. He took a leap from one to the other point on the wall to wall. This much? Even then the fish said, no. Then, come, let's go to the sea. Both of them went to sea. And when they went to the sea, then now it was a turn for the frog to ask, how much is the water? See, we are all lost in the well in the frog type. There are many more things in this world. Instead of learning the moral of the story, one person asked me a question after I told this story. So, Amiji, I got a doubt. What is the doubt? How can frog and fish talk to each other? So, I told him, when I can talk to you and you can talk to me, why not? So, Amiji, do you mean that I am a frog? I said, no. You are a fish, I am a frog. See, moral of the story. How can the fish and frog talk? See, friends, therefore, health is not only thing in life. What will you do with the health? If you see all the terrorists in the world, who is unhealthy among them? Can you imagine a terrorist going to our parliament and telling the, security people, hey, जरा पकड़ना इसको मैं चश्मा ठीक करता हूँ, दिखता नहीं मुझे. No, they are fit. Physical fitness without something higher to live for leads to a calamitous existence. Therefore, physical fitness must be empowered by some higher goal in life. See, friends. And here comes the second point in our personality, and the second point is the mind. See, I'll just give a little bit introduction. Tomorrow I'll elaborate more on this point. See, once I was speaking probably here or somewhere, maybe it's Pilani. They have given me a topic about leadership and said, Swamiji, tell something about leadership. So who is a leader, ideal leader? So a leader should have two minimum qualities. There is no doubt he should be fit and all that, plus two important qualities which are inside, not at a physical level. And these two qualities are, one, he should have authority, and second, he should have dispassion, adhikar and vairagya. See, I received an email. I received a lot of mail from all over the world. And one of the email which I received, I was so stunned and shocked to read. If this is true, it is unpalatable. The email tells, In the Swiss bank, the amount of the black money deposited by India is many times more than the black money deposited by the whole world. And under the pressure, the Swiss government has come up. If any government asks us about the account holders and the amount, we shall release those names. Government of India will never ask. See, bandi mutti sawa lakh ki. See, friends, with the adhikar, with the authority, and with no dispassion, corruption becomes the mainstay of life. Such a person cannot inspire any great moment, any great achievement. One extreme. Second extreme, if there is only dispassion, no adhikar, like I have got all dispassion, but no adhikar, nobody listens. So what is the use of my dispassion? Therefore, who is an ideal leader? An ideal leader is the one who has these two qualities in perfect measure. We have to have authority if we want to bring change anywhere, in the society, in the family, in the country, or anywhere. We have to have authority. And the authority must be supported by dispassion. See, if a father is supporting his son, it is nothing wrong in that. But is the support coming from the fatherhood or the ministerhood? Think. So what we are doing, we are making a hybrid. The father part is taking care of the son, and the minister part is pumping the amount whichever way it is required. This is how leaders become the dealers and not the real caretakers of any situation. See, friends, therefore only physical fitness is not enough. It must be supported, guided by some higher principles in life. See, we use a word devotee or bhakta. Who is a bhakta or the devotee? The one who is devoted to something higher is called as devotee. We say, I love my dog, I love my wife, I love my child. But when it comes to the country, I am devoted to my nation. Desha Bhakta. See, we are devoted to the Lord. So devotion is when we have discovered something higher, and then we are loving something higher than the mundane. That love, which is urdhvagami, which is able to bring out the best in us in the interest of the totality, that is called as bhakti or devotion. And that bhakti or devotion must form a part and parcel of our personality. Then alone healthy body is an asset, or the same healthy body becomes a calamity. See? Who could be more healthier than Ravana? See? But what for all his faculties were used? For a destructive purpose. Therefore, if we are healthy physically, and if it is not guided by the wisdom, the same health and abilities, they become a problem for us and for everyone. See, friends. Therefore, if we want to bring out effectiveness, first in our personality, and when such a person is available for any institution, that institution has to shine. Nobody can stop it. See, if you take the various countries, same time, there are countries, if you go to Malaysia, Malaysia is younger than India. You go today, the whole country is so beautiful. See, the roads, the things, discipline, how beautiful. There you go to Korea. Recently I had been to China. You can't imagine that India can be like any big town of China. India will take another 1,000 years. So big it is. See, they can do it. When we don't have the authority and dispassion together, there is a third option. We require a danda. See, Bishasmad vatapavate, Bishodeti suryaha, Bishasmad agnischendrascha, mrutyurdhavati panchamaiti. The whole cosmos is not a chaos because functioning under the fearing rod of the Lord. See, our own Indians, when they go to other countries, how disciplined they are, because they know if they do the mistake, their license will go. And when your driving license goes, you are stuck up. So it is not that they are following the discipline out of choice. It is imposed on them. Lekin, Mera Bharat Mahan. Democracy is not limited to human beings. It is extended to the animals. Any cow can come and with open heart walk on the road. And all the traffic is saying, Go Mata ki jai. Mane Go Mata, go, bahut ho gaya hai. See, friends, therefore, when the heads of the state or institution or the family, they have something to inspire the next generation, then alone something higher can come. Therefore, we have to start from ourselves. So when individual excellence is brought out, when you are individually excellent, that is called as inspirational existence. And if we are inspired, then we can motivate others. If we are depressed, jaun to jaun kahan? So first bring out the individual excellence, then occupy the chair. The chair will run after you. See? And when we keep this as a view at the individual level and the institutional level, our country will outwit the whole world. Let us pray to the Lord. It happens. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. There are two aspects in our personality. One is the knowledge aspect, and the second is the action aspect. Knowledge is there, we should get up early in the morning. Action is also there, we don't get up early in the morning. Net result, we contradict our own knowledge. When we contradict our own knowledge, what is the net result? When we contradict our own knowledge, we lose self-confidence. When we lose self-confidence, we can achieve nothing in life. See? Therefore, it is necessary that we are able to synchronize, not contradict, these two aspects of our personality, the knowledge aspect and the action aspect. And when we are not doing this, how it works? What is the pathogenesis of this wrong lifestyle? See, there are many people, sometimes they come and ask us question. Once it happened. In Tiruvannamalai, in the ashram of Bhagwan Ramana Maharshi, there was a Vedanti, lipstick Vedanti. There are two brands of Vedantis, those who practice Vedanta and those who talk Vedanta. See? Like there are two types of MBAs, those who get the degrees and those who give the degrees. See? So, this lipstick Vedanti, he happened to visit Bhagwan Ramana Maharshi, and Bhagwan was sitting comfortably, reclining in his bed, cool. And that man asked, "Sir, I am so and so, I am a Vedantist, and I have some questions to ask you. Will you please guide me?" Bhagwan Ramana Maharshi simply gave a small nod, yes. And then he started and never stopped. 10 minutes, half an hour, 1 hour, 1.5 hours, 2 hours, talking. So, after that, at about 8:30 or so, the bell rang, 10. So, let us go for the breakfast. This is breakfast time. So he also woke. He also joined for breakfast. Again on the way, the chatterbox could not stop. So they went and sat on the floor. The plantain leaf kept in front. Maharaj sat, asked him also, "You also sit." Again he started. See, it is difficult for us to keep our mouth shut. He again started. And thereafter, he said, "Hey, you have never told me what you are doing in your ashram. I told you everything about me, but what do you do in your ashram?" Bhagwan Ramana Maharshi, that time he was eating upma with peanuts. He said, "Here we eat upma with peanuts." And that's it. Reply is given. Now he felt very insulted. Afterwards, he talked to his other people. "See, I was so sincere, asking a sincere question. What is the activity that is carried out in this place? Instead of telling properly, I was told that here we eat upma with peanuts. Is this way a Mahatma should talk to another Mahatma?" So, those people who knew Bhagwan Ramana Maharshi very well said, "Maharaj Ji has told you correctly. You have not understood. What can we do?" So, what did Mahatma Ji told? Mahatma Ji told, when you asked him, while eating, "What do you do here?" He told, "We eat here upma with peanuts." Means what? Means we live here only in the present. How simple it is. Once I was coming from Bombay to Delhi, and I was going by train, a 2-tier AC compartment, sat, and I always carry my mala with me. It is the defense mechanism. So when I was coming, one huge structure, a Deshabhakta brand structure, came and landed. And then only 2 of us. So I was praying to the Lord, "My God, now I am going to be victimized." Then the Lord gave me idea. "What for the mala is in your pocket?" So I immediately put my hand in my pocket and took the mala in the hand. He said, "Ah, Babaji, namaste. Kahan se aaye ho? Kahan ja rahe ho?" Started asking questions. So, when this happened, I said, now, how to keep his mouth shut? So like Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj taking out his sword, Afzal Khan, in the same manner, I took out my mala and I told, I am doing japa, please don't mind. You tell something about you, I will listen. So naturally my talking stopped. He started. See? My grandfather used to be in Kabul selling chana. Means what? Now I had to listen the 3-generation story. See? Started. This happened, that happened, we are so many brothers, so many died, so many survived, and I was one among the survived, I did not die. I prayed that time, why didn't you? And then we came to Pakistan, and in Pakistan also we moved from here and there, and then partition took place, and then from there we were all pushed, and then I came to USA. USA is Ulhasnagar Sindhi Association. So we came to USA, and then I did a lot of work, and then got married, and we had children, everything, good business, everything settled. And I used to get lot of this asthma, cough and cold. So my children told me, Papa, you go to Delhi, is dry, so you will not have cough and cold problem. So they pushed me into this train. In between, just to inspire him, I used to make meaningless sounds. So he gets inspired. I am listening like that. And then ultimately it came to, so they put me in this train and I saw you. I am so lucky to have seen you. Pata nahi kya prarabdha nikal aaye, aapka darshan hua. And after that, then what happened? Then you asked me to talk about myself. Then the moment you come in the absolute present, you have nothing to talk. See? Mauna for the ignorant people is the practice of speech. For the wise people, Mauna is the practice of mind. See, we spend maximum energy through speech. Much more than the speech, we spend energy through thinking. Like, the diesel, then the petrol, and then the aviation petrol. It is subtler and subtler, more and more powerful. In the same manner, gross physical work you can do for 8 hours. Sitting on the laptop or computer, you can work 10 hours. But when it comes to talking, after 2-3 hours, pani. And if it comes to study and contemplation or meditation, we sit for meditation and sound meditation begins. Karr, 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 karr. Isn't it? Because the subtler you go in your personality, the more is the expense of the energy. That is why yesterday we have seen the efficiency at the individual level and at the institutional level is possible if we do not waste our energy. Conservation of energy must be distinctly, clearly, systematically followed. And as individuals, where do we waste energy? Not letting the switch on and going out. That is not the way. The real energy we waste is unwanted talking. See, there is no need to give our opinions. There is no need. See? And because of that, we get lost unnecessarily. Like, I told you probably the other day, this Gujarati couple in Sydney. So my friend, he's from UP. He told me, Swamiji, there is one young Gujarati couple, married for 7-8 years, no children, and they constantly keep on fighting. I tried to explain them, they don't understand. So this time I have called them, you please tell them something at least. Such a nice couple, but fighting on issues which do not warrant even discussion. And what were the issues? Suppose they go for a walk somewhere. One will say, oh, this is such a beautiful violet flower. No, it is not violet, it is red. No, it is violet. No, it is red. It is violet. It is red. Arre? The flower is smiling at you. Arre, Dumbo, how does it matter whatever I am? Why you fight? See? Now, why this happens? Because we have never practiced, thought, understood the value of keeping our mouth shut. Try this. Your energy will be saved. First thing. Second thing, our words carry value and meaning when they are uttered minimum. See? Example. One girl, small girl, maybe about 10-12 years, Andhra family. That lady used to prepare very nice dosha, vade, etc. Sambar. So I used to go to their house only for eating. So when the food was given to me, that girl came. She was very fond of me. Swamiji, today I will eat in your plate. I said, okay, join. I had no problem. Eat. How does it matter? The moment she took that vada and dip in the thing and wanted to eat, the father got angry. You want to give one to that child. Now poor girl got up and went inside. Didn't cry, went inside. After that, like any Hindi movie, a phone came, he has to go out. He said, Swamiji, excuse me, I have to go for some urgent work. I said, you need not come back. Next will land on my face, who knows? You are not wanted. And when that happened, I went and got the girl again. I said, hey, come and take food. She came and started eating. I said, hey, your dad scolded you. Didn't feel bad? No. Why? I have given 100% discount to my dad. Imagine the words used. I said, what do you mean? Oh, he becomes angry for no reason. I have written him off. Imagine.